So when we're working with the yoga tone, sometimes when we're moving the weights, the way that we breathe reverses itself. So in yoga, we would inhale up, exhale down. With weights, if we're taking them up overhead, we might inhale and then exhale them up. Your body will work out its own best way to do that. So if I accidentally say inhale and we're exhaling, just trust your own body's ability to breathe. So just closing your eyes, bringing the hands together in front of the heart. We'll just set a little intention for our practice today. And we can use the power of the class to plant that little seed of intention in your own heart. A little offering of blessing for somebody else in the center of the palms. And then our community offering, just a blessing across the planet. Things are starting to happen on the planet that are kind of agitating, and some outright violent things are happening. So just sending out some light and love across the board for comfort and patience and kindness. All right, we'll just start in tabletop to warm up the body. And as you're moving the breath through, kind of starting with cat-cows, inhale to the cow pose, exhale cat round. Just give the spine a few breath cycles just to get active. Now, once we've moved through a few regular cat-cows, start to add your own little kind of dynamic movements. Just going back maybe to child's pose, inhaling forward to cow, and as you go through the cat round, maybe pressing back and maybe even circling, just making it kind of your own workout or warm-up. Just noticing the rhythm of your breath as you're going around or forward and back. Start to take it in the other direction. And just for a pranayama exercise, notice how you're breathing. See if you can be comfortable reversing the breath. So if you were going back on the exhale and forward on the inhale, see if you can exhale going forward and inhale going back, just seeing if it feels kind of awkward. And then, or maybe you don't even notice any shifts or changes. Bring it on back through center. Take the knees back a bit. Bring the shoulders forward and lay it down onto the belly. Take the right arm out for the T and just give yourself a flip over to the right hip, lifting the legs and the head, just getting a slight little stretch for the front of that right side of the chest. Inhaling through center. Go ahead right over to the other side. Stretching that left arm, flipping to the left side. Inhaling forward, grabbing just some light weights, maybe 2 pounds at the most. I have some 1-pounders here. Take them out to the side for a T. Bring the forehead down to the mat. On the inhale, lift up for locust. Exhale, coming down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And again, if you want to kind of play around with, if you have weights in your hands, if you want to take a big inhale and then exhale up, just play around and see how it feels. There may be something that feels unnatural about that. You can also be using no weights. Just starting to warm up the shoulders, the back of the body. I'm trying to reverse my breath and my body won't do it. So you might find that it's just not gonna work. The body, the prana knows, your body knows, it has its own innate intelligence. The next time you're coming down, release the weights, line the hands to frame the heart, bend the knees, press down through the thighs. On your inhale, press up a yoga push-up and coming down and up. Just moving with your breath. And for me, I do little pulses. I go halfway down and up. But for you, you might be going all the way down and up. The next time you're coming up, press it back to a nice child's pose, making it really active. Pressing the palms down and tractioning them towards your legs. Press the toenails down. Press your knees down. Lift the pelvic floor, tone the low belly. Try to activate that low belly, pulling in and the heart going forward, forehead towards the floor. Breathing into the back of the shoulder girdle. Imagine the breath as it goes in behind the shoulder blades, just stretches the connective tissue between the ribs and between how the shoulder blade lays on the back body. You can get a little bit more sensation there if you press down through the fingertips and lift the palms up. Still pulling the hands towards the knees. On the next inhale, make your way up to downward dog. Just pedaling out the feet. You can even spin your hands a bit. The right hand spins 2 inches outward to the right, left hand to the left. Just pedaling the feet. Take a nice strong downward dog. The hands can stay as they are, or you can spin them back to a traditional alignment. Pressing the bum up, the head hangs heavy. Breathing into a strong, steady downward dog. Let each breath kind of fine-tune the pose. Come on up to the tiptoes. On the inhale, bring the knees to the floor. If the hands haven't spun back to a traditional alignment or tabletop, spin them back. And we're going to take a weight. You can go up 3 pounds if you like. The weight's going to go by the left hand. Take the right leg back and then lift the right hand forward with your weight. Full breath in on the exhale. Bring the elbow and knee together, inhaling it out. And feel free to keep that right leg on the floor as you make the movements. Elbow to knee, inhaling it out. Exhaling elbow to knee. I wouldn't really reverse the breath on this, although it's fine to experiment with it. But here we're going to exhale as we pump the diaphragm and inhale as we fill the lungs. Two more. Last one. And release it down. Just have a seat on the heels. Release the weight. Take the arms up overhead, interlace the fingers, press the palms up. Using the lift of the pelvic for the tone of the low belly, clip the toenails down. Inhale, rise up, curl back, bring it up straight and tap it halfway down and up and back. And just moving with your breath. Feel if it's the inhale where you lift up or the exhale coming down. Imagine moving through peanut butter. Keep the toenails clipping down. If there's tension in the shoulders, flip the palms to face each other or separate the palms. Keep clipping the toenails down. Keep lifting the pelvic floor, toning the low belly. As the body comes up, the heart lifts up. The next time you're down, bring it back into tabletop, setting the weight by the right hand, taking the left leg back. Extend the arm, full breath in on the exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale it out, moving with your breath. And 2 more. And releasing it down. Sit it back onto the heels. Bring the hands behind the back. Clasp the fingers, lift up through the heart, extend through the arms, lift up. Tuck the toes under. On the inhale, rise up. Exhaling down, folding forward a bit, head to the floor, sort of. Inhaling up, lift the heart. Exhaling down. Just working the quads and the core a bit. Imagine coming down through peanut butter. The next time you're coming up, take the arms up overhead. Exhale, as you come down, the hands sweep back. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Keep it going with your breath. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Or maybe you'll experiment with changing the breath cycle. Inhaling down, exhaling up. Don't like it. But sometimes it's just fun for the mind to check these things out. The next time you're up in Thunderbolt, lean back, hold steady, breathing into it. Feel the quads working, the front of the torso working, lift the pelvic floor, tone the low belly. Holding steady, breathing into it. Just a few more breath cycles. Keep it strong. Keep lifting up through the heart, but a little cat round in the low back. Inhale, center. Exhale, bring it back down. Tabletop. Take the left leg straight back. Point the toes, lift the leg. Push your hands down and forward. Lift the heart up, and like the left leg and the heart and chest and chin are in a locust pose. Bend the knee, flex the foot. Without letting your knee drop lower than it is, pulse the heel up for the glutes. And just keep pulsing. Keep the pelvic floor active, the low belly tone, the hands push kind of down and forward. Just keep pulsing the heel up. The hamstrings are going to start to tuck. Point the leg out straight, point the toes, and sweep the leg up and down. Little Jane Fonda or Victoria Principal. Keep the rest of the body is nice and still. The belly is toned, the leg is going up and down. The low belly is so toned, the hands pushing down and forward. The next time the leg is up, hold steady. Take the right arm up. Bend the left leg, reach back with your right hand and take half a bow. Lifting the heart up, holding steady. Breathing into it. And release it down. Take the left foot, it's going to come forward. We're going to just stretch out behind the knee before we take it to the other side. Just bowing over that left leg for a runner stretch. Lunge forward into the left leg. Give the arms a sweep up overhead. Curl back. Holding steady. Full breath in. On the exhale, the hands come down, scooch it back, tabletop. Take the right leg back. Push out through the heel. And then bend the knee. Pulse the heel up towards the ceiling, keeping the knee as high as it is. Don't let it drop. It can lift up, but not drop down. Heel goes straight up towards the ceiling. The rest of the body stays strong and straight. The hands push down and forward. Pelvic floor is lifting. Low belly's toned. The hamstrings are going to start to talk. Keep the legs straight. Point the toes and sweep it up and down. Keep the body strong and steady. Navel pulling in. Heart going forward. Hands pushing down and forward. The breath is working itself out. The next time the leg is up, hold steady, look up. Bend the right leg. Take your left hand forward and then sweep it on back. Grabbing the foot or the ankle, kick it up for bow. And release it on down. Bring that right foot forward, toes up, heel down for the runner stretch. Bowing over that right leg. Lunge forward into the right foot. Take the arms up overhead. Curl back. Full breath in. On the exhale, bring the hands down to frame the front foot. Take it back, downward dog. Pressing the heels down in the butt up, really getting some length through the hamstrings, especially where they cross the back of the knee. Getting some length for the calf muscles, pushing the heels down, making the thighs nice and tight. Look forward, bend the knees. On your inhale, walk, step, or jump it forward to the top of the mat. Bend the knees on the inhale, roll it on up. As the heart comes up, take the arms up, curl back a bit. Inhaling up center, exhale, hands to the heart. We'll take a little quick yoga sequencing. Inhale the arms up. On the exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, step the left leg way back. Drop the heel in and down. On the inhale, cartwheel it up through to reverse warrior. Lengthening that right side of the body. Straighten into the right leg. Come on down, triangle pose. Right arm down, left arm up. Breathing into it. Go nice and slow. We really work those hamstrings, so they might be talking to you a little bit. Let's let the pose open nice and steady. Bend back into the front leg. Reach both arms forward, the right foot. Float the back leg up. Turn the toes and the knee to face the floor. Kick the heel to the butt. And same thing we did in tabletop. Pulse the heel up to the ceiling. Pulsing, pulsing, pulsing. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Keep the knee nice and low. If you look at your knee, you can see it's not going to come down too low. All right, the hamstring starts to talk. Kick the leg straight up. Look forward. On the inhale, rise up. Reach up. Curl back. Second side. Inhale up center. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees. Step the right leg way back. Drop the heel in and down. Inhale it up to reverse warrior. Stretching open that left side. Straighten into the left leg and make your way to triangle pose. Bend into the front leg, reach the hands forward, float the right leg up, knee and toes point to the floor, power up the leg. You can drop the head to look at your knee, bend the knee and pulse it up. Keep it strong and straight in that standing leg. Keep the right knee up as high as your pelvis or a little bit higher as it pulses. Kick the legs straight, point the toes, look forward. On the inhale, rise up. Reach up, curl back. Inhaling up center, exhale, hands to the heart, Samastiti. Go maybe 3 pounds at the most. I'm gonna go 2 pounds for Jane Fonda. I'll go to the back of the mat here. So taking your feet vast distance apart, turn the toes out a bit. With the weights, bring the hands together in front of the heart. Leaning to the right. The arms go up to the right. Full breath in on the exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale it up. Exhale, tapping. And then just going with your breath. And down, we're just gonna go 30 seconds. We're 10 seconds in. So feel free to go slower or faster or add a little bit more funk to your movement so momentum will join us. Wish we had some music. 10 seconds left. All right, next time the knees coming down, bring the hands to the heart. Take a breath. We'll go over to the other side, leaning to the left. The arms go up. Full breath in on the exhale, elbow to knee, and tap it out. Maybe starting just a bit slow till we get the momentum going. And then maybe adding a little dynamic dance move with no music. The inner music. 15 seconds are in. Let's keep it going. Breathing in. 10 seconds left. The next time the light comes down, bring the hands to the heart. Parallel the feet, keep the max distance apart. Bend the knees, bring the weights on down. Just take a little straddle fold over the legs. Breathing into the hamstrings. Powering up the quadriceps. Let the head hang nice and heavy. Maybe going a little bit heavier in the weights. If they're right there, grab hold of them, you go to maybe 5 or 10 pounds, bend the knees, roll up with your weights if they're close by. If not, make sure that lifting the weights, bending the knees, coming up. We're gonna go chair pose corkscrew. So if anybody have 10, looks like we all have 5 pounds. Oh, and somebody's got 10 pounds. If you have 10 pounds, we're gonna go for a minute here, so you can switch the weights at any point. All right, and begin. Up to the shoulders, curled up overhead, and down and down. Keep a nice, like a 30-degree bend at your elbow the whole time, except for when the arms go overhead. So as the weight comes down, there's a 30-degree angle, and so we don't bring it all the way to straight. Just rooting into the breath. 30 seconds left. You can straighten the legs if you need a little bit of a break. The legs might get more tired than the arms. Holding chair pose. Keep the pelvic floor lifting, low belly tone. 10 seconds left. The next time the weights come down, lift the pelvic floor, take the feet wide, give a little squat, releasing the weights. Turn the toes out, take a 5-pointed star, reaching the fingertips up and out. Look up. A little Wonder Woman stance. We're gonna go through that whole sequence one more time, starting with Jane Fonda. So grabbing those lighter weights, 2 or 3 pound weights. Taking the feet max distance, the toes turn out, hands to the heart. Leaning to the right, arms go up to the right. Full breath in on the exhale, elbows to knee, and kick it out. We're gonna go 1 whole minute here. So feel free to slow it down. We did 30 seconds last time. We're gonna go a minute. Maybe we'll do 45 seconds. We'll see. I'm already winded. There's the 30-second mark. Let's do 15 more seconds. And 5 seconds left. All right, the next time the leg is down, bring the hands to the heart. Take a couple breaths in center. Let's take 3 release breaths. All right, second side. Leaning over to the left, the weights go up left. Full breath in. On the exhale, bring it down and up. Elbows to knee, stretch it out. There's a nice little Kapalabhati breath as the elbow knees come together, just a big blowing it out. If you like. 20 seconds left. Oh my goodness. Aren't you glad I didn't keep the minute? All right, we got 10 seconds left. Next time the leg is down, bring the hands to the heart. Whew, take a breath in the middle. All right, relax the arms. Take a little baseball catcher squat and release the weights. Grab hold of those heavier weights. We're gonna add 30 seconds to our curl, so we're gonna just take the legs wide. Bend the knees a bit, but not quite a chair pose. Face the clock. So elbows in tight, 30-degree bend, and then just corkscrewing it in and up. And take your time. Imagine pushing the weights up through peanut butter. They tap up overhead, bringing them down nice and slow. The duration of time and the extra reps is a little bit better for the muscle tissue to build stamina and endurance. Get lean and mean without the bulk. 30 seconds in. At any point, if you're at a heavier weight, you can drop the weight. You'll get just as much benefit going to a lower weight. "45 seconds left." And same thing, when we have 15 seconds, when we have 30 seconds left, which is right now, you can switch to a heavier weight if you want to do the last 30 seconds with a bit more weight. But you might start really feeling this 5 pounds or whatever you're working with. Might start feeling quite a bit of weight there. Almost there. We've got 10 seconds left. And the next time the weights are coming down, take a little squat, a little baseball catcher squat, and release the weights. Take the arms up overhead. Take your feet nice and wide, turning the toes out. Interlace the hands with the arms up overhead. Bend the knees a bit. We're just going to do little torso sweeps up and around. As the body comes up, the legs can straighten. You can kind of bend the knees as you're sweeping up and around. The next time the torso is upright, take it the other direction. The next time the body's up, bring the hands to the hips. 3 release breaths. All right, maybe a little drink of water here. Step the feet together. Just a little wet the whistle. We'll take it through another little yoga sequence, coming on up to the top of the mat. On the inhale, take the arms up, lengthen up, gently curl back. Inhale up straight, exhale, fold. Inhale halfway up, exhale, fold. Bend the knees, step yourself back to downward dog. Inhaling to high push-up, drop the knees, take it down, low push-up. Come up, cobra or up dog, holding into a back extension. It could be Sphinx pose or just cobra. And coming back, tabletop. Bring the right foot forward, straight into the leg, taking a runner stretch. Bring both hands to the outside of the right leg, looking over the right shoulder. Tuck the back toes. Your right heel and your left knee isometrically together. Bring both hands to frame the right knee, lunge forward, pick it up for a pyramid stretch. The back heel will turn in and down here. Right kneecap faces forward, hips square the front of the mat. Just bowing over that right leg. Take the right arm up for a twist. If you want to go a little more, challenging, that left hand can go outside the right ankle for a more traditional revolving triangle. Check out how you feel in the right hamstrings. Really power up your legs. Lift the pelvic floor. Full breath in on the exhale. Bring the right hand down. Bend into the knee. Take it through to low push-up, however that transitions for you. Inhaling cobra or up dog. Holding steady in a nice back extension. Taking it up and back. Tabletop, stepping the left foot forward. Coming into the runner stretch. The leg straightens, toes point up. Right arm comes over to meet the left hand. Bowing over that left leg, tuck the back toes. Scissor the right knee and the left heel isometrically together. Frame the front foot, lunging forward into the front leg. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, turn your back heel in and down. Straighten the left leg for the pyramid stretch. Just bowing over that left leg, power it up. Take the left arm up and out to the side. Maybe even that left hand goes to the outside. The right hand goes to the outside of the left foot. Sorry, left arm up. Bend back into the front leg, stepping the back foot forward. Come into forward fold. Bend the knees, roll it on up. You can take some heavier weights up to 5 pounds. I would not do 10 pounds. Take the legs in a wide straddle leg pose. Turn the right foot out and take a warrior 2 stance with your legs. Bring the arms up. We're going to do shoulder presses so the elbows stay as high as your shoulders. We're just going to go for 30 seconds at first. We'll see how we feel. Tap it up and bring it down just to the shoulders. And up and down. And up and down. Up and down. Just holding steady with the legs. Keep the legs rooted as the arms activate the shoulder exercise. The legs are holding steady. The next time the elbows come down, bring the weights to the heart. Pivot the right foot and left foot out. Bend into the left knee. And we'll go back up for shoulder presses, 30 seconds. Inhaling up, exhaling down, or exhaling up, inhaling down. See what your body naturally does. Keep the legs rooted. Legs are strong and steady. It's 15 seconds left. Don't let the arms come down too low. Keep them shoulder height. So we're really pressing up from the deltoids and not using momentum of the sides of the body. Elbows stay up nice and high. All right, the next time the weights come down, bring it into the heart. Pivot that right foot in. Heel toe the feet in. We're just going to hit the triceps just a bit. So maybe 5 pounds is okay. Maybe you want to drop down to 2 or 3 pounds. Take the weights back up overhead. Give a little bend to the knees. Lift the pelvic floor. The rib cage pulls in. The heart lifts up. And we're just going to tap it down. I'm just going to do 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The next time the weights are up, bring it on down to the heart. Take the feet wide. Those same exact weights can hang with the arms. We'll just do a couple squats. Or you can switch to more weight. When the weights are hanging, we can go up to 20 pounds. Those feet nice and wide. They can be a little bit wider than your mat. Squatting up and down. We'll just go. We'll see how it feels for a minute. We're already 10 seconds in. There's the 30-second mark. Let's see how we go. Let's see if we can do it. My thighs are speaking, my quads and my hamstrings are speaking to me. We got 10 more seconds in us, maybe. Oh my gosh, that's asking a lot. 5. All right, the next time you're up, take a breath. Lift the pelvic floor, really pull the low belly in as you come down, releasing the weights. Once you have the weights down, come on into a kneeling seated position. Come into tabletop. Walk the knees back. Lay down on the belly. Make a little pillow, one hand on top of the other. And just give your pelvis a little gentle etch-a-sketch shake. All right, bring it center. Line the hands to frame the heart. I'm gonna borrow a little bit of downward dog shake from Buddha Yoga. Come on up, downward dog. And then it's just kind of like bouncing on the ball of the feet. You can get some distance between the feet and the floor, making little pounding sounds, or just really shaking it. Maybe you'll go a little, point the toes left, and then point the toes right. All right, start to walk the feet. You can keep the shake going up to the top of the mat, and then rolling it up. And we'll do just a little Sesame Street shake. Kind of flip the wrists a bit. Let's get the lymphatic system kind of stimulated. Get the blood flow stimulated. All right, and coming on down. We're gonna work the deltoids a bit. Coming up to the top of the mat. So you might wanna have your weights. For the deltoids, I'm gonna do 4 pounds. You can go up to 5 pounds. You can check out 10 pounds for the deltoids. You'll see how it goes. All right, so first Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. First, we'll do a thigh stretch. Step that right leg way back. Drop the knee. Kick the heel of the butt. Take the right hand back. Just bringing yourself into a little thigh stretch. You can lunge forward to get more of an intense thigh stretch, especially right up to that hip socket. Release it on now. Frame the front foot. Maybe get a jump switch to the other side. Kicking the left heel to the butt, taking the left hand back for the thigh stretch. And then maybe lunging forward a bit to see how it feels. And release the leg. Take it onto a kneeling seated position and feel free to sit on a block. We're gonna get the front and the side deltoids. So I'm gonna go 4-pound weights. Just sitting comfortable but active in the leg. So if you clip your toenails down, squeeze your shins and your knees in towards each other, lift the pelvic floor, tone the low belly, think cat round, and then a big cobra action. And then picking up the weights, bringing them in, holding them like 2 pitchers of lemonade. Keeping the whole body center, just push the weights forward, and then pour some tea. Unpour some tea, and back. And we're gonna go for a minute. So you can actually go faster here, if you like. Oftentimes when we do this, we go real slow and we pour the tea. But here, we're using not tremendous amounts of weights. If you have 10 pounds, you probably will want to go slow. But if you're working with little weights, you can go kind of nice and fast. Fast. You'll start to feel, we got 30 more seconds left, so you start to feel those deltoids working. $15 seconds. 5 seconds. All right, next time the weights come in, release them on down. And let your arms kind of hang the fingertips draping the floor. Close your eyes. Lift the pelvic floor, tone the low belly, but feel that kinesthetic signature of energy pulsing through the front of the deltoid and the side of the deltoid. To get the rear deltoid, we're going to go to 2-pound weights or less, or no weights. So the weights are going to kind of go back behind you this way, and then they come forward a bit, and then squeeze them back, forward a bit. We're going to go a minute here. So it's all going to be in the squeeze. Yeah, I'll turn around for a second. So it's all going to be in the squeeze. They come forward a bit, and you're holding the weight with your pinky side of your hand as you squeeze back. You want to feel not just the side of the shoulder engaged, the back line of the shoulder engaged, but you want to feel the rhomboids squeeze the shoulder blades together. You want to feel the elbows pushing towards each other a bit and releasing forward. We use little weights because we don't want to overwhelm the rotator cuff muscle attachments. So we do plenty of reps with this. We'll come back to this one too, especially now that we got the gist of it. We got 10 more seconds here. Yeah, and don't come too far forward. Keep it, because then the other muscles, the chest muscles are going to start to engage. Just keep it forward just a little bit in front of the line of your rib cage. Little pulses back. All right, and relax it down. Bring the hands forward, thumbs down. Back of the hands face each other, and then just bring the back of the hands together. Take the arms up overhead and reach the arms up. Tuck your chin to your chest. All right, now just a self-hug. Wrap the arms around like, you can also do eagle arms, or just grab opposite shoulders, lift the elbows up, tuck the chin to the chest, and then round into a cat round. Inhale up, switch the arms, elbows up, chin down, and then round forward. All right, and grab those little, now if 2 pounds didn't really feel like much, you can go, I'm gonna go up to 3 pounds. All right, so we're just, bring the elbows in close to the rib cage. Give a squeeze of the weights on the pinky side of your hand, and then just bring your elbows 4 inches forward. And then sweep them back. They're gonna sweep out to the side and around and squeeze, and then they come back around forward and squeeze. I'm actually going too far forward. It's just this little movement forward. Keeping the pelvic floor really active, the low belly tone. Actually, 3 pounds doesn't even feel like enough now that we got it going. So you can go up in the weight if you want. It's lifting the elbows kind of up and squeezing them together. That's getting that rear deltoid muscle. I feel it now. All right. The next time the weights come forward, release them on down. Come forward into tabletop. Clear the sides of your mat. We'll thread the needle to get the stretch of the rear deltoids. It's taking the right arm up, give it a good stretch up, and then thread it through, coming down. Once you're down on the shoulder, traction that right arm back to the right, tuck your chin to the left shoulder, root through the left fingertips, and then extend your left leg back. Really roll into the right knee as you push your left heel back. Let's get a nice stretch on that side, shoulder muscle, the rear deltoid. Bring it up to center, taking the left arm up first, giving it a little twist, and threading it through. Reaching it over to the right, let that shoulder get heavy onto the floor. Take the right leg back, roll into the left shoulder, tuck the chin to the right shoulder, press the right heel back. And come on up through the center. Just moving through a few cat-cows. We're going to just hit the side deltoids once again. So maybe going 5-pound weights. You can sit on the block if you want. You can even go 10-pound weights here. Keep a couple different weights along the sides. It's just like picking up suitcases. So we're just going to pick up suitcases, put suitcases down. Right? Pick up suitcases, put suitcases down. If you have a lot of weight, you'll go up nice and slow as you pick up and put down. But if you have smaller weights, keep the body engaged. Maybe you're going to be going faster. You can be pumping it up with less weights. Actually, that feels really good. That feels better than the 10 pounds. I feel like I'm getting more like blood flow, and my muscles feel like they're actually working a bit harder. Ten more seconds. It's like this reminds me of pulling up our farmer pants. All right, release it on down. Just stretch the arms forward like a child's pose. Bring the forehead to the floor. Press your palms down like you're trying to drag your mat towards your knees. All right, and roll it on back up. We're going to go pour some tea, and we'll do it quick too. So I'm not sure that a 5-pound weight going forward, when we have them on the sides, we can go fast. So you might want to, I'm going to drop down to 2-pound weights, and then we're going to pour tea. We're going to do the tea fast, and we're going to go for a minute. So it's just pushing forward, pouring tea, and pulling back. So imagine maybe punching something, and then bringing the hands back. Keeping the body really strong and steady. Just the arms are moving. Keep the pelvic floor lifting, low belly tone. Feel those deltoids. I can feel my whole shoulder on fire in a good way. 10 seconds left. All right, next time the weights come in, rest it down. And then close your eyes and just feel the buzzing of energy, letting the arms kind of hang and maybe drape into the floor. As you breathe in, really lift the rib cage up, letting the shoulder girdle kind of hang on your body as the rib cage lifts up on the inhale. Exhale like a thrust, like a inhaling, lifting, but keep the shoulders down. Exhale, dropping. All right. Let's do a little bit of core stuff. I'm gonna do some Kapalabhati breathing and a little bit of Pilates stuff. So if you want to clear the weights out of your way, just come to laying on your belly. Stretch the legs out straight. Squeeze the arms down into the floor along the sides of the body, and then give the shoulder blades a draw towards each other. Tuck your chin to the chest and ever so gently push your head down into the mat. Push the heels down and lift your body up. Well, lift your pelvis up. Press down to the arms. The legs are straight. Power up the thighs. And then rest it all the way down. Bring the right knee to the chest. grab hold of the knee and just pull it towards the right shoulder. Kick the leg up straight. Lower the right leg to the floor. On the inhale, bring the left knee in, pull it towards the left shoulder. Kick it up straight. And lower it on down to the floor. Bend the knees, bring the knees into the chest. Bring your knees just above, so they're kind of above the line of your navel. Bring the hands one on top of the other behind the neck. Bring the elbows a bit closer to the midline. And then leaving your knees right where they are. See if you can tap the right knee with your left elbow without moving the legs, and bring it down. Bring it up, tapping the left elbow to the right elbow to the left knee. Just going side to side, but see if you can get your body up to the legs without moving your knees. The next time you're coming down from the right elbow, tapping the left knee, take your knees an inch more away from the pelvis line. Point the toes, squeeze the knees together, lift the pelvic floor, toe the lower belly, cat round the low back. Now think about bringing that left elbow to the right knee. See if you can try to tap into that leg anywhere without moving your knees, and bring it down. Keep the knees in front of the line of your hip bones and bring that right leg up, right elbow up. So you can tap it. I'm not reaching. Don't worry about reaching. Just make the effort. The next time you're coming down from the right side, rest the head, arms come to the sides of the body, squeeze the shoulder blades, take the legs straight up, point the toes. Bring your left leg down a couple inches off the floor. Holding steady. Switch the legs. Switch the legs. Switch the legs. Double time. Switch, switch, switch. Switch, 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 triple time, switch it, kick switch. Keep it going. All right, bring the knees into the chest. Set the toes on the floor, the ball of the foot on the floor, but squeeze your knees together and up. Lift, roll the body up, reach the fingertips towards the knees, and we'll go Kapalabhati breath. Rest it down, set the feet on the floor, walk your feet about mat's distance apart. Let the knees rest in. Let the arms rest to the sides of the body. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall out to the side. Press down through the back of the arms and lift the pelvis up. Just holding a supine butterfly bridge pose if it's comfortable, or just letting the legs fall out in supine butterfly. Bring it on down. Take your feet mat's distance apart. Scooch the tush to the left. Let your knees drop right. Keep a little low back arch. This is to kind of counter the core work we just did. Knees are to the right, arms can go out to a T. Or sometimes taking that left arm up, bicep by the ear, right hand on the belly, and just give your belly a little pull. Just gives a nice myofascial stretch. On your inhale, bring the knees up through center. Scooch the tush to the right. Drop the knees to the left. That right arm can go up, stretching out behind you, left hand on the belly, or the arms can be out to a cactus or a T. On the inhale, come on up through center. Bring the knees to the chest, hands to the knees, and just start to make circles with the knees going one way. And then going the other way. Just laying it out for Shavasana. So just take a few minutes here. Just feeling the body kind of surrender into gravity. Are you stretching? If you want to stay in Shavasana, you can. We are at the kind of the time. So inhaling the arms up overhead, just giving yourself a nice little morning stretch. On an inhale, bring the knees to the chest, gently roll over to one side, coming up to just a comfortable seated position. I almost forgot kind of what time it was, so went over a little bit. Bringing the hands together in front of the heart, connecting with your intention if you set one. You're offering a blessing if you made one. Inhale, filling the heart. Exhale, gently fold forward, sealing in your practice. Inhaling to rise.